Good evening, everyone. My name is Ed Johnson. I'm the proud principal of Brentwood High School, and I'd like to welcome you to our class of 2022's graduating ceremony. This is the last hour for this class to be honored as high school students. So at this time, I ask that you please turn off your cell phone devices at this time. I know you guys are going to be taking pictures. That's fine, but we need to turn off the sound, please. Okay. All right, here we go. At this time, I would like to introduce to you your Brentwood High School staff, your partners in educating your students. Give it up for our staff, please. Okay, Team BHS, you guys can have a seat. Thank you so much for all you've done. We appreciate you. Now at this time, I'd like to recognize all board members in attendance and those who are at home watching on live stream. If you're a board member and you're present, can you please stand to be recognized, please? We got one more. Mr. Ravenberg over. Thank you all so much for all you do for us. All right, here's the exciting moment. Parents, get your phones ready, okay? We will now call for our graduates and witness the traditional march to pomp and circumstance. Remember Okay, Brentwood High School family and friends, I present to you the Brentwood High School class of 2022. Graduates, please be seated. I will now call to the podium Quinn Vo, who will deliver the senior class opening. Thank you.
All right, opening act. Hi, Brentwood. Before I begin, I would like to say thank you to teachers and staff for supporting and guiding us these past 4 years, and thank you to parents and families for enduring us our whole lives. Thank you, Ms. O'Brien, for being my advisory teacher, even though I was never there because of my duties as Brentwood's announcer, of course. We only arrived here 4 short years ago, and now it's already time to leave. It seems just like yesterday that we were wee little freshmen, finally free from lockers, freestyling at pep rallies, scrapping in the girls' locker room, and running from bats in the science hallway. Then came sophomore year. Spring break came, and along with it, I'm so sorry. I think my nose is... Sorry, guys.
She's coming. I hope you guys remember me by my speech and not me having to blow my nose. Here we go again. We only arrived here 4 short years ago, and now it's already time to leave. It seems like just yesterday that we were little freshmen, finally free from lockers, freestyling at pep rallies, and scrapping in the girls' locker room. Then came sophomore year. Spring break came, and along with it, almost 2 years of online classes and the daily fear and stress of COVID. It was a situation that no one expected and no one was prepared for. We were forced to isolate ourselves at home, away from friends, away from family, and only talk to each other through a digital screen. It's been tough these past 2 years. Although we lost part of our sophomore and junior years, we still managed to create special moments and memories amidst all the chaos and construction. And now, here we are. We're the seniors here today, all ready to graduate, ready to make our next step into this world. We have overcome what no other generation of high schoolers have overcome before. We are going to be the ones telling stories about going to school in a worldwide pandemic. We have lived through a future history book chapter. We have already made it so far already, but even at this seminal moment, we still can't help but look back on the years past. We used to measure our time in class periods, counting down the minutes in that awkwardly long class until the end of the school day, counting down the days until our eventual summer freedom. As the weeks went on, we began to measure them in quarters and semesters. We went from puny little freshmen to juniors who were dying for our last day here to come. And now, it's here. Our last day has finally arrived. We've taken our last high school final, eaten our last cafeteria lunch,
walked our last lap around the track. Our time here is now over, and it's up to the next class to fill our shoes. I know that as I look out at all of you, I will only think of my 6th grade birthday party that everyone and their mom came to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's better off that way. But being honest, I'm looking out and I see so many bright faces that are ready for the next step. I know a few who are ready to become scuba divers, therapists, writers, and teachers. I also know a few who haven't yet found their path, but are still ready to take on the world in their own special way. Parents, I hope you're ready as well, because studying psychology is not cheap. I'm really glad I got to share the high school experience with you guys. While it was nothing like High School Musical, you all still made each year here at Brentwood so memorable for not only me, but for those around you. From pipes falling on Coach Wade to oranges in the bathroom, I'm sure we'll have lots of stories to tell when we're all older. I've never been somebody who has had many friends from other districts, and I think a big part of that reason is because I always had my greatest friends here at Brentwood right by me. I'm going to really miss having you all be part of my everyday routine as we move on and take our separate paths. It'll definitely take a while to adjust to starting my day and knowing that I won't be roaming these hallways with you guys anymore. Although we'll no longer see each other while walking to class, I hope we'll still say hi the same way outside these walls. Congratulations, class of 2022. It's been a really good run these past 4 years with you. Wherever we go and whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. Bye, Brentwood.
So welcome, Brentwood staff, parents, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2022. Tonight is a celebration of all your hard work. Remember that yesterday is history, tomorrow is unknown, but we have today, which is a gift. And that's why it's called the present. Now, I know you all have probably heard that saying before when you were younger, but it definitely rings true in the case of your class. Let's go back a few years. What felt like a crazy sophomore year for you with the start of our building construction soon turned into the historically crazy years with the start of the pandemic, which we all know intimately, and there's no need to elaborate on that. So, of course, tomorrow is unknown as far as predicting the future, but for you all, so many of the familiar rhythms of high school, like when does the day start, where is your classroom, and where you're supposed to enter the building, also felt unknown for much of your high school experience. And let me tell you, class of 2022, you all handled this all with such resilience and grace. Give it up for this class one more time. You truly embody this idea that today is a gift, for you are a class that embodies the power of the pivot. Your flexibility, strength, and optimism will serve you well for the rest of your life. Class of 2022, I have learned so much from you all these past years. Thank you so much. That being said, I'm still a few years older than you, so of course I cannot let you leave without giving you just a little bit of advice. Like I said, if these past years have taught us anything, we know now more than ever how little control we have over the world. The only thing that we can truly control is ourselves. With that thought in mind, how do you bring your very best self into the lives of others? First, you start by being confident as you move forward. Your support system of parents, teachers, and friends have given you all the tools you'll need. Remember that they'll always be there for you. You'll be faced with a multitude of choices as you move forward, and you will be having new experiences and meeting new people. Remember that each person you meet in life will be a blessing or a lesson. Make sure you are that blessing and make choices that reflect your upbringing. Secondly, be conscious of your surroundings and those that you include in your life. So many people have given you so much, and please be thankful to them and know that with gratitude comes understanding and respect. Recognize it and be appreciative for those gifts, because without gratitude, there is no real joy. So practice learning how to say thank you if it doesn't play a significant role in your daily practice. The truth is, no one can ever say thank you enough. Always be sincere by letting those who have helped you know that you appreciate and acknowledge all they have done. It will make them want to help you even more. Thirdly, know your purpose in life. When you write an English paper, you must have a through line. Otherwise, there's no connection. The same thing holds true in life. What will be your through line? What do you want to accomplish? And how will you go about doing that? Remember, having goals will help you move forward. Connecting with people, ideas, projects, and working with others helps you understand that all choices that you will face will be critical. When choices come your way, face them bravely. Lastly, do not be afraid of failure. Failure promotes growth. As there can be no joy without gratitude, there can be no success without failure. Make failure motivating. If something doesn't work, try something else. Have a passion for what you do. Passion will be your driving force. You all are an outstanding group of young men and women with a bright, brilliant future ahead of you. In conclusion, class of 2022, my parting words are this: be brave, take risk, and start your next phase with curiosity, passion, and excitement. Yesterday is done. Tomorrow, we still don't know, but today is your gift. Make the best of it, and I know you will. Thank you, class of 2022. You all have been a class act the entire way, and you will definitely be dearly missed. Thank you so much. BHS loves you. I will now call to the podium Demarion Pierce-Williams, followed by our STUCO Student Council President, Nurmita Vijayalingam, for senior class reflections. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Class of 22, we are the leaders of the future. Every single one of us in this class is amazing and has something to contribute to the future in all shapes and sizes. Brentwood is a small school, which allows us to connect a whole lot. I've seen people here with so much intelligence and passion, and it's crazy. And I don't mean just, you know what I mean, intelligence getting good grades. I mean, we got a lot of those students. I mean, come on now. But what I mean is emotional intelligence. For example, sophomore year, there was this classmate who sat next to me in geometry class. He was so kind to me and all the others in the classroom. He may not have thought he did anything, but he did. He made a huge impact, and that's what I mean. We all have the special ability to be something amazing. But this success hasn't come without our low points. It hasn't come without our moments where we feel like the world is closing in around us. It's this feeling I would like to touch on today, guys. If I can impart any advice to you all today, is that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not feel like you're on top of the world all the time. High school is often high pressure. Some people might not fit in with everyone. Trust me, I've been there. Still am there. For many of us, freshman year and sophomore year, we felt like we were on top of the world, like everyone can fit in and be amazing with the freshness of high school and, just be menaces, This isn't to say high school is perfect, let alone Brentwood. No high school experience is perfect. We all have most likely had problems with old friends, or the very real truth that some of us were in intense relationships, but not just romantic, family, friends, and in general. Then boom, ACT, then boom, junior year comes and ACT and, colleges and trade schools. It's just all so much, as well as having to impress our parents to become adults faster and faster with the vid going on. Then high school is a long road to maturing into the real world, and we often forget how important moments were lost in high school. This sudden maturing hurts, but as the Lion King says, it's a circle of life. We will eventually figure out how to love and connect in adulthood, or even as we're sitting on this stage now, some of us may have someone that they possibly couldn't go one day without. And no matter how your 4 years have felt, I think we can all agree that it was demanding and it felt like a long road to maturing. Yet, at the end of the day, it has shaped the young men and women we have all become. The right words on the right day can make an impact on someone's life, and you might not ever know it. Here we are, wrapping up our senior year, and it's time to take our next steps. We made it. We all have our moments of tension and disagreement, but at the end of the day, we should all stand tall. And one thing is to never forget the struggles, never forget the fights, never forget the hardships, and remember, when life gets tough and you feel like quitting, remind yourself why you started and how you can't have a rainbow without a little bit of rain. But most of us always remember the growth and the enlightenment of this journey through high school and where it takes you next and this adventure leads. Lastly, I'd like to say don't let the stress of life and other people's words influence who you love, how you see yourself, and the hope that you hold. Don't self-sabotage and hurt someone who you have a connection with, friends, family, or that special someone. Don't give up that hope. Don't crack under pressure. Take that risk that makes you feel special. Hold on to what makes that special someone feel special. Hold on to that determination and run with it. And I promise you, you will flourish. Thank you all so much.
Many people say that today is the day we start our journey into the real world. I disagree. The journey began a long time ago. Today just happens to be the day we take one more giant step into that world. Today, I stand before you all as a person with conflicted feelings. I find myself on the stage experiencing various emotions, mainly nervousness, and I'm certain that many of you here feel the same. First and foremost, I'm filled with a great sense of accomplishment and happiness. My peers and I have put so much effort into these past 4 years, if not past 13 years, to be able to say that we've earned the right to stand here today. And let me just tell you, it was no walk in the park. There were so many moments where we had trouble balancing all our extracurriculars and schoolwork while still trying to have fun. Sometimes our motivation was so low that we could not see the end in sight. But those struggles have only made this moment so much sweeter. The people on this stage survived the constant war between the Mark Twainians and the McGrathians, a snake on the loose, cinder blocks falling on our heads, the constant ringing of fire alarms going off, and a whole pandemic. You know, the usual experiences for your average high schooler. And I believe we can all take some pride in that. On that point, I wanted to let you all know how proud I am of this class. We are a group of incredible leaders who believe and advocate for so many good things. As you all know, our grade was greatly affected by COVID, but that didn't stop us from having a good time. The transition into and out of online school was tough, and even though we only had one real year of high school, I'm proud to say that our class was able to make the most out of our missed high school experience. We were able to start new traditions, such as collaborating with other high schools to help our mothers in need, and rebuild old ones, like bringing back Dance for a Difference this year to help adults with disabilities join the workforce. So my advice to you all is to never lose your voice. We have the power to use our voices to make a difference in the world, and we have never backed down in the face of a challenge. Our struggles have only made us stronger, and we learned that it's okay to not know the right answer immediately. And like Damarian mentioned, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know some of you guys are ready for this night to end and leave the school right now. But just remember that we have a great family here at Brentwood who will always be there when we need them. Thank you, Brentwood staff and faculty, for guiding us and putting up with the best class for the past 4 years. We know you'll miss us a lot. Thank you, family and friends, for supporting and pushing us to do our best to become stronger individuals. Finally, thank you to my class for creating memories that we will all cherish and look back to for the rest of our lives. So congratulations, class of 2022. We did it. The moment that we've been waiting for so long has finally arrived. Let's change the world together, one step at a time. Thank you.
As a tradition, we acknowledge our students that the state has recognized for meeting the criteria for the Bright Flight Scholarship Program. Bright Flight is a merit-based program that recognizes students that took the ACT and SAT and scored in the top 3% of all Missouri students taking those tests. This honor demands exemplary achievement in the areas of English, reading, math, and science. The Bright Flight recognition was awarded to the following students: Oscar Carlin, Quinn Vo, Jonas Wall, and Elliot Wright. Thank you. You guys can be seated. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our Brentwood School District Superintendent, Dr. Brian Lane.
Welcome, family and friends of our graduating class of 2022. I was recently having dinner with two of my friends, and all three of us have teenage boys in high school. Myself and the one dad were complaining that we can't get our boys to do any chores around the house. We can't even get them to clean up their rooms. And my other friend was saying actually his son was pretty good about it, that he cleans up his room, he does some chores around the house, and that he even cooks dinner a few nights a week. So, of course, we were asking our buddy, well, what's your secret to this? And he basically said that, well, he works late most nights, and his son figured out pretty quick that if he wanted to eat dinner, he better figure out how to cook. And that got me thinking about something I have observed many times in my life, that people rise to the occasion when it is needed. To a degree, I believe we're all a product of our environment and of our times. A great example of this is the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Prior to becoming president, Zelensky was a comedian and an actor. He actually got famous in the Ukraine playing a Ukrainian president on a sitcom. True story. It's on Netflix if you want to check it out. Regardless, when Russia invaded his country, he became the leader that his country needed him to be. He truly rose to the occasion, and he met his moment in history. I say this because the class of 2022 has met the moment and they have risen to the occasion. While I look forward to the day when I can make a graduation speech and not mention COVID, it has shaped the lives and experiences of these young people up on the stage. They have all experienced change and uncertainty. Many have experienced grief and trauma. They have learned things that many of us did not learn until much later in life or never at all. I wish that were not the case, but ultimately going through this experience will serve them well in life. This class has proven to be tough and resilient. They are incredibly empathetic and kind. They care about this community, and they care about the greater community. As we send them out, I truly believe in my heart that they will make this world a better place. We are all so proud of this class. Now, let me get to the good part. Dr. Johnson, do you certify that these candidates for graduation have met the requirements of the state of Missouri and the Board of Education to receive a diploma from the Brentwood School District?
Seniors, please rise. Dr. Lane, I certify that these students have fulfilled all of the necessary requirements for graduation, and I recommend to you and the Board of Education that tonight these students become graduates of Brentwood High School this evening. Seniors, please be seated.
On behalf of the school board, I accept your recommendation, Dr. Johnson. Please call the candidates forward, and board member Jamie Allen and I will award the diplomas.
Zachary Scott Bredesen. Rachel Lynn Carter. Kira Lilac Howard. Griffin Finley Kraus. Zachary Stephen McQuay. Thank you. Nirmita Vijayalingam. Connor Edwin Winning.
Haley Lyd Anderson. Owen Michael Cleary. Justin Aeneas Irby Carr. Anthony Sterling Garrett Jr. Penelope Herrera. Oscar Robin Carlin. Maya Yanae Lucas. Skylar Candace Schoenberg. Stella Faye Semmelsberger.
Jordan Maurice Bradley. Lydia May L. Hashem. Justine Claire Favaza. Zachary David Horton. Caitlin Isabel Kimmel. Michael Connor Myers. Easton Raleigh. Jonas Patrick Wall. Nina Teresa Woodman.
Hayden Elizabeth Bender. Kaya Marin Hawthorne. Murphy Elizabeth Jones. Ian Caleb Lawrence. Eric Killian O'Neill. Jordan Michael Shields. Maggie Elizabeth Seiler. Asia Monique Witherspoon. Ivory Danielle Booker. Christian Alias Briscoe. Did I do it right? All right? I was wrong. Was there Elias? Hold on a second. I'm sorry, Christian Elias Briscoe. Camille Janae Harris. Jamal Renard Isaac Jr. Connor Leo Lawrence. Jason Matthew Manister. Sammy Amy Morton. Damarian Malik Pierce Williams. Elliot Denver Wright. Kaylee Brianna Young.
Cameron Jalen Bethay. Savannah Marie Epps. Mia Louise Hample. Kiaro Herdlick. Robert Lee Lawrence III. Henry Fisher Ritter. Cadence Simone Vick. Quinn Fuclon Vo. Francisco Zuluaga.
Now I would like to introduce Student Council Vice President Penelope Herrera to the podium for the senior class closing remarks.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to stand before you all today to close out the ceremony. There are so many things I could talk about over these past 4 years to end such an important night, but truthfully, there's only one thing on my mind: the song I'll Always Remember You from the Hannah Montana Show. I know that the graduating class of 2022 is familiar with the incredibly popular children's show starring Miley Cyrus, since many of us grew up watching it. However, if you're not familiar with the song, I recommend listening to it with your seniors after the ceremony, because it is about graduating and the way we are all feeling tonight. You may be wondering what any of this has to do with the speech, but don't worry, I'm getting there. As graduation drew nearer this year, this song started to take on a new meaning for me. I began to pay close attention to the lyrics, which I felt resonated so well with this year's graduating class. So I picked the lyrics that best describe what I wanted to say today. I'll start with the lyrics. I'm so thankful for the moments and memories I will always save. I don't know about the rest of you, but I personally could spend all night standing here rambling about the many memories we have shared that will last the rest of our lifetime. For example, the unforgettably frantic and extremely entertaining day when Mr. Hamden's 70-pound boa constrictor got loose in the school, which landed us an impromptu half-day, a police search with search dogs, and news coverage. All of those reinforcements to find out Bo was just taking a power nap under the floor. I wish I had another 4 years to recount all the fun we've had together, but you will just have to take my word when I say that there's never been a dull moment with so many wild occurrences and self-proclaimed comedians in the class of 2022. I'm looking at every single one of you. This brings me to my second set of lyrics. Our future in our hands, so many dreams and so many plans, which has never been more true for this class. Our grade is full of passionate, intelligent, and extraordinary young adults with dreams and plans after high school that are all unique in their own ways. Over the years, we have all had several changes in what we want to do when we grow up. However, from what I've gathered from my peers is that we're sitting in the presence of future politicians, engineers, educators, doctors, pilots, active duty members, chefs, artists, actors, athletes, and entrepreneurs, just to name a few. However, these are still subject to change, of course. Although I'm proud to say that I have all the faith in the world when I think about the successful futures of my classmates, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us all. The third line of lyrics I chose is "One day we'll look back," which I found very accurate because for years we will continue to think back on our rather unique time in high school. Starting with the construction of the school that came in like a wrecking ball, some more Miley lyrics for you, plus the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, as my peers already mentioned, that changed all of our lives. These major events have helped shape us into more flexible, patient, and persevering young adults, and there's no way we will ever be able to forget them. Yet, I also know that we will remember the simplest things, like how you had to fight for a spot in line every Wednesday when the cafeteria served Asian food, or our weekly RPR sessions during gym class, and that the biggest takeaway from our math class was the importance of a growth mindset. This brings me to my final set of lyrics. We gotta keep moving on. Although the walls of Brentwood High School have been a second home to many of us, full of memories that fill every hallway and room, it is time for us to continue our journeys, prepared with the valuable lessons, along with the support, kindness, and encouragement we have received from our teachers, administrators, family, and each other, and never forgetting the love and slight craziness of our families as we prepare to continue onto this new and exciting chapter of our lives. Lastly, I want to end with the last couple of lyrics from this song that best describe everything I personally would like to say to the Brentwood faculty, administrators, but most importantly to the entire class of 2022. It's so hard to say goodbye. I wish you luck, and I will always remember you and hold you in my heart forever. And I'm so glad that I got to know you. Thank you.
One more time for that talented group right there. Graduates, please rise. As a tradition, to symbolize your transition, please move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the 2022 graduates of Brentwood High School. I want to thank you again for being here tonight to honor our class of 2022. Staff, please form a line from my right to left to congratulate the graduates. Thank you so much for coming out to support our Brentwood graduating class of 2022. Have a good evening. Please exit safely and enjoy your evening, everyone. Thank you.